Hi Jens, how are you doing today? It's Saturday. Hope you are all doing well. I am in a completely unusual setup here. I chose to make a new start the other day and decided that this would be a perfect opportunity to use this new start as my Stitch With Me for this week because it is basically a lot of solid stitching. So it would be a great opportunity for me to be able to sit here and talk with you and not have to worry about the pattern all that much and to be able to focus on what I wanted to talk about. And it's on 28 count, so that is a fairly easy count to stitch with and talk. So here we are. This is, if you didn't see my video the other night, last night, my Flossmas, this is a new start. This is my very first Prairie Schooler. I chose to go ahead and start a Prairie Schooler ornament that I'm doing for a gift. It was intentionally made was going to be a Christmas gift. It might not get done before Christmas. That's perfectly fine because I probably won't see this person on or around Christmas, and they'll just get it whenever they get it. They don't really know it's coming anyway, so, and I'm fairly certain they don't watch my channel. So to show you what I am doing, I've never done a Prairie Schooler before. I was loaned this chart. This is an out-of-print chart that I was loaned by a friend. And so I went ahead and made a working copy, including a working copy of the cover, so that I don't damage or make any more wear on the pattern than necessary. So, but I also wanted to be able to show you what I've been working on, so I went ahead and made color copies just to help show, since it is an out of print pattern, to keep it in the best condition as possible. So this is Prairie Schooler Blackwork Angels. Let's see if I can get it in. Yep, there we go. Prairie Schooler Blackwork Angels. Currently I am doing this one. The one with the angel holding the candle and the garland falling from the candle. So just like you can see in the picture, I went ahead and I am not using the Kreinik because I am using a Zweigart Gold Fleck 28 count fabric, and you can definitely see the gold flecks. I chose to forego the metallic because there's plenty of metallic in the fabric, and I am using 3820, which is the alternate color for the metallic. So I'm going to do the black with gold DMC. So 310 and 3820. And I figured this is, since Prairie Schoolers are fairly solid stitching, it shouldn't take me too long to complete one of these patterns. I'm not going to do the full set. I'm going to do one and gift one to a specific individual. I might do a second one and gift a second one to another individual that is close to me in my life. So we will see. But there's no set plans or expectations here. I needed something small and easy to work on, and this is something I'm using a remnant piece of fabric that I had from over a year ago when I made the beer stein that I gifted away at the first Midwest Cross Stitchers retreat. And this was a piece that I cut off of that when I went to finish that. And it's the perfect size to go ahead and stitch something else on it. So I'm definitely glad I saved those small pieces of fabric. And as you can see, there's a little bit more here left over. So if it does get a little bit too tall, I can just open it up. And on my Q-snap, you can see I only have the top and the bottom edge. So it is a little bit looser than I'm typically used to working with, but I can handle that for just such a small design. So I am stitching this with the called for DMC 2/2 on 28 count. And this is the gold flecked Zweigart. I believe it's a Lugana. So, or it's an even weave. It's either Murano or Lugana. So it does take a little while for my eyes to get used to stitching on this fabric, just because the gold flecks do play with your eyes as far as like an optical illusion as to where the holes are. But once you start stitching on it, it's very easy to find the holes, and you kind of just get used to it. I will give you a caveat that there may be times in this video that I hit the camera tripod, or I go out of focus, or I go out of frame, just because I'm not used to stitching one-handed, for one thing. I always stitch two-handed, so I'm slow at it. I'm not used to having to wrap my hand around the Q-snap like this. So if I hit the the frame, the tripod, yeah, it might happen. One, two, three. So I hope you are all getting ready for the holiday season coming up if you celebrate. I am pretty much ready. However, the Christmas present wrapping is just, I don't know, it is the bane of my existence right now. I just keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Why? I just do not understand why we put so much effort into wrapping gifts for us to take a whole 2 seconds to unwrap something and then throw all that paper away or recycle it or whatever you and your family do with that paper. It's kind of annoying. I'm not trying to be negative or pessimistic, but you know, it is a lot of work and I do love the surprise, but it does seem to be a lot of work for that short amount of time. But you know, I will get mine done. I hope to get mine done this weekend, maybe today, hopefully today. Today would be the best time to get it done because I have the most amount of time to focus on it. But if I get distracted by stitching, I might get distracted by stitching. So we will see. My other goal this weekend is to get this page of Henry done. I got to wipe my nose. This page that I'm working on with Henry is so close to being done, and I'm so itching for a page finish that I'm really hoping I can eke it out here in the near future. Meaning today. Latest tomorrow. So we will see. I have one more week of work left before winter break, and that is exciting. I'm very much looking forward to the week off from work. I think it's almost a week and a half because New Year's is on a Tuesday this year. We go back on Wednesday. And that will be, and I'm looking forward to the time to focus on my projects and the business, and of course, spending time with family over the holiday. So that will be, oh, that is not correct. That is not correct. Okay. Two, and then two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I need to finish off this strand. You know, a lot of people stitch when they stitch with Q-snaps. Oh, I don't have my scissors. They stitch in the ditch. I have never been able to stitch in the ditch. I tried, and it was I don't know. It kind of like was I didn't care for stitching in the ditch, so I just chose to fight whenever I have to tie off in the back. I fight around the edges because I'd rather just deal with fighting around the edges for a brief time than having to do that with every stitch. Okay. Again, I use since I'm using 2 threads, I can use the loop method. I also kind of really like the way this fabric feels. It has a nice kind of like, it's hard to explain, but it almost kind of feels a little rubbery and almost kind of like, you know how, maybe you don't know how, but if you remember back, it reminds me of when I was in elementary school and we would get a brand new number 2 pencil, and the way that a number 2 pencil's eraser would feel like a brand new one before it's been used, like those pink erasers, it gives that textured feel of that. It's really interesting. And that might just deter a lot of people from using this kind of fabric, but I really like the feel, the texture of, I don't know, it's such a unique feel for this fabric. So again, I hope you are enjoying all the videos that are being put out this month, not just on my channel, but on all the channels that are doing Flossmas. I am trying to continue maintain some continuity with these Stitch With Me videos, and my Wednesday videos are a little bit more of the regular updates. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you are looking for cross stitch patterns, don't forget that all of my printed patterns are available still, free shipping if you do purchase 2 or more patterns. Just use the coupon code that is located in the bottom of many of my videos. It is buy 2 ship free, and that's a coupon code that can be used all the way up through the end of 2018. So don't forget to use that coupon code at checkout if you're interested in any of my current patterns that are available as a printed pattern. If you're looking for PDFs, of course, then you don't need shipping, and you can just get those as an instant download once the payment is processed. So, and all of my patterns are available, and I do plan to keep the shop open throughout the entire Christmas season. I do not plan on shutting it down at all, even though I will be away for a few days at Christmas, and I will just get those orders out as soon as possible that come in during the time that I am away. So please keep that in mind. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I'm going to end the video a little quicker here just because I am doing those daily Flossmas videos, because I have more videos to make. So hope you all have a wonderful day, and don't forget to always be creative.